Hi guys, it's Yuritsa, and for today's video I wanted to show you my room. So this room is the first room you see when you walk into the house. This used to be the formal living room, and we already have a family room, and we have a family room in the basement, and we didn't need a third room, so we just decided to make this my scrap room. This frame used to come all the way to the end, and so my husband built the wall in and then put the frame in from the kitchen because it has doors, and I didn't want my kitchen closed off. So you can see it's got doors on the other side. I didn't want my kitchen closed off, and I also didn't want my son pinching his fingers because he was small when we first moved in. So now it just comes in here, and it works better for me because if I have company and my room is really messy, I can just shut the door. And there used to be carpet too, but we put hardwood floors in down here. And on this wall, that's a making memory shelf. And then I hold my ribbon by the spools there. And then I have my binding rings and some other smaller things, pencils and things up there. And then this mannequin, it's a metal mannequin. I bought it at Hobby Lobby. And I wanted to find a way that I could display my ribbon and also allow me to use it because I saw it. So this is how I have it. And before I got the kittens, it actually used to work really well because my older cats left it alone. But since getting kittens, they climb off of it, knock it down. So now my ribbon's a little messy. It's knotted at the ends and stuff. So whenever I want to use it, I actually have to trim up the bottom section because they've been chewing on it and stuff. So, you know, if I would have known this was going to happen before I got kittens, I probably wouldn't have done it. But it does allow me to use my ribbon more because I see it all the time. So, you know, I mean, it's working. And then these are just regular plant hangers. They used to be black, and I got these at Big Lots. And then I used some metal spray paint in pink, and I painted them. And then I hooked them together, you know, just at the bottom. And this is how I store my Prima flowers, Recollection flowers, and leaves. And then I got that hook at Joann's. And then here's where I do most of my picture taking of my projects. I can, you know, put the blind up and I get a lot of natural light. And then I use this board with a white background. And that's how I take my pictures. And then I got this shelf at IKEA. I'm not sure what it's called, and I think the reason it was in the asset section, I think it's because it was discontinued, because the boxes were also there. And as you can see, they're not the same color pink, but you know, they were a good price and they hold so much. So all my border punches are there, and so my smaller punches are there, and then I have stuff to alter like notebooks and boxes and things like that. So all that bulky stuff is stored away. And then here is what I call my sewing section. So I have a medium-sized Expedit, you know, turned the opposite way. And I also got the Expedit desk to go along with it. And that self-healing mat is there at all times. I do my cutting here. And that's my serger and my Hello Kitty paper crafting machine. And then that's my Janome fabric machine. And then that's where I have my thread. And then on top I have a vacuum cleaner. And that little box holds my jewelry supplies, and then those hold my Cricuts 2x2 dies. And then underneath, I have more boxes with things to alter, and then those boxes right there hold dies. And I'm going to link up a video showing you how I store my dies. I already did that, you know, a few months back. And then here, this really long box, I hold my yarn. It's in there. But the cats play on here and they jump on it, so the lid doesn't even stay closed that well. Then on this wall, I have another one of the medium-sized Expedit turned, you know, the other way. And it's up on wheels. This is what I called my Cricut area. So I have my Cricut Imagine and my Cricut Expression. And whenever I want to use them, I can roll it out so that the mats don't hit the back of the wall and they feed in and out easy. So, you know, and the wheels lock, so I can lock them in place if I'm not using the machine. So it works really nice. And then I'm also have my Your Story, my Cinch, my Sizzix embossing machine, and my Hello Kitty Big Shot Pro. And then on these boxes, which I also got in IKEA, I have the coordinating supplies for each machine. So all my laminating pouches and Your Story books are there, and then I have all my binding rings and things like that. And this is just a regular pegboard that I spray painted pink. You can get those at big Home Depot and Lowe's, and it holds my most used tools. I got this bar at IKEA with the basket, so I have my trimmers. And then these little boxes I got at Target's Dollar Spot. And then I have my scissors and these shelves up high so my son can't get them. Then over in this wall, these spool holders I got at Joann's, and they're originally supposed to sit on desks, so they have these little legs that pop up the back. But I wanted to reserve as much desk space as possible, so I got these hooks, and my husband just hung them up on the wall. So it has my serger thread and then my full spools of twine. And then on this wall, I have two of the large Expedits. It goes almost to the whole length of the wall. And then this shelves mainly holds my Hello Kitty stuff. So you can see I collect Hello Kitty. And then on these boxes is where most of my fabric is. Excuse me, I have my little sniffly. I'm trying to get over a cold right now. And here in the center is my scrapbooking island. I like to scrap standing up. So we bought two more of the medium-sized Expedits, put them together, and I also bought the feet that coordinate with the Expedits. Now they're at the perfect height for me to scrap. And to keep them together so that they don't shift, my husband bought these metal bars, and he put them on the inside and screwed them together. So now they're nice and sturdy and attached so they don't shift around. And then on this side I have my Grand Mark, my Cuttlebug, my Hello Kitty oven for polymer clay, and then Sizzix cartridges. And then on this pink box I have my coordinating tools for all my clay, my Siren 900 and its adhesive, and then here I have some smaller tools. And then on top of my desk I always have a self-healing mat trimmer, and then I have my Cameo and my ATG gun and hot glue gun. On this side of the island I bought these no damage hooks at Walmart, and that's how I have my mats hanging. So my 12 by 24 Cricut mats are here, and then I have my Cameo mats, and then my Imagine and regular Expression mat underneath. On this side is where all of my stamps are stored, and I'm actually in the middle of filming a video showing you how to use my stamps. But my goal is to have all this back here filled with empty binders, which I got at Office Depot. And so as I finish filling these binders up, I have, the extra ones underneath ready to go. And these are just projects I'm working on, so once I'm done with that can be stored out of there, and then I have those cubbies open. On this side I have more of the same hooks that I got at Walmart, and then I have some more self-healing mats and then some tools hanging. On this large Expedit I store my paper and my ink. So on these pink boxes right here I have my ink sorted by manufacturer. I also have my stickles, I have mist, I have my iRock tools and gems, and stuff like that. Some glitter embossing powders, that kind of thing. And then this is my 12 by 12 paper storage. These are the Cropper Hopper paper organizers. And these originally are not small enough to fit in the Expedit, but my husband opened them up and ran it through this straight saw he has. And he cut off, a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch. And then we sanded it down, make it nice and smooth, and now they fit and slide in and out really easily. So I have those organized by manufacturer. And then my cardstock is here, and then I took a half circle punch and punched a coordinating color so that I know, what's in each one. And then on this side I have some 12 by 12 paper packs, and then I have my chipboard and acetate sheets, and on that side And this holds all of my manuals for my machines. And then here is my Copic cardstock. Here I have my 8x8, 6x6, and 4x4 pads. And these are my Studio Calico kits. And how I store these, I buy the Studio Calico crop bags. You can find these on Studio Calico website. And I take one of these labels, print them up with whether it's a main kit or an add-on, and then the month and year that it was released, and then the name. And then I also print up a color copy of what each kit includes and put it in there so that I know, how to put things back in what binder. And then underneath, this is how I store my most used embossing powders and glitter in these containers. And then I have my Scrapbook dies in that binder. And then these few cubbies are split in half. And they don't come like that. I can't also make shelves to do that. But in the assets section, they have a lot of spare shelves that you can buy for like $1 or $2. And my husband was able to cut them to size. And you can see those metal L hooks underneath, and that's how he got them attached. So it opened up so much room because I don't have this top part wasted of space. Now I can store things. So I have my taller bottles, and then I have my color pencils and chalk up over the top. And then underneath, I have my acrylic paint on these plastic drawers that I got at Target. And then underneath that, I have my clear acrylic blocks. On this side is how I store my small embellishments, and these are just jewelry boxes you can get at Michael's, and they have divided into lots of little cubbies, so I have those organized. And then my buttons I have in these tackle boxes, organized by color, and you can get these at any hardware store. And then underneath I have some tools that I use a lot. And then here's another one of those cubbies split in half, so I have some trimmers and some scoring tools, and then I have magazines on the other side. On this expedite, I also have a desk attached, and this is my main stamping area, so I have Copics and I have my OTT light, and then I have some Copic accessories and tape, and then I have the Tim Holtz spinning thing. And then here I have a small desk with my Siren Creatopia. And then this I got at Michael's, and it holds all of my supplies for coloring. So I have brushes, and then I have stumps, and all those things, little scissors. And this wall, I have another expedite up on the legs. And this holds my Sizzix Big Shot Pro and my slice. And then underneath I have my AccuCut dies, my Big Shot Pro dies, and those are extra plates for the machines. And then I have my regular Bigs dies, my movers and shapers, my Sizzlets, and my Bigs XL are all down here organized. And then this is a working sink. And that's the main bathroom and the main floor, that wall. So my husband was able to piggyback the sinks together. So whenever I'm using acrylic paint and things, I can just come in here and wash it off, and then this pulls out. So it's pretty cool. Then up on this wall, I have my DVDs. I got these DVD holders at IKEA. They were really inexpensive. They were only $5 a piece. So I have 3. And then I have a small flat screen TV and a Blu-ray player, and then that light. So sometimes when it gets dark in here, there's a really bad shadow outside. I have a hard time seeing, so I just turn that light on and it gives me a little extra light. And that shelf is another one of those dollar shelves from IKEA, and he just put those L bracket things underneath to hold it up. And that's a Making Memories little organizer thing. And then here I have my favorite actress of all time. And then on this side I have my pink Swiffer tools. And I think that's it. That covers my whole room. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Thanks for stopping by.